Thought I'd break it up and start another video so it doesn't get too long. Head upstairs. Got all of those holes plugged from the electrician. So he's got the blinds up in here. They look nice. The glass is nice just to be the clear glass. That one left one still must be the one they're working on yet. But that looks nice. The fan still needs to get addressed in here. We've got the smoke detector there. I think I've taken some still photos. There's just sort of like this raised spot that is odd, but not the end of the world. This was one thing that baseboards need to get nailed on, and that needs to get caulked. The painter guy was like, "Oh, I don't have any nails." So he just painted it as is, never installed it to the wall. So we head in here. The handle's missing on the glass door there. I did take a look in here. This closet, this is kind of, that's all very loose as well. So that's not ideal. This is still super gross. Kind of just, the particle board has just absorbed so much water that it's just decaying and falling apart. And you still see some white water or some colored water stains on the trim. That really needs to get sprayed with an oil. Again, another spray with an oil based kills primer and touch up those baseboards in there. So this handle's kind of jacked up, and then this one's just missing altogether. This closet actually looked pretty nice. They've got some of the new bars up. I'm not sure if you were going to install a shelf across there. I guess probably just do the rods on here. This kind of is just, I don't know what it does. It's just there. Probably should have come down in the demo and had this patched, but it's there. This just looks a little dirty. Maybe this is something that could get scrubbed a little bit with a little scrubby pad or something, and some of those scuffs and things might come out from the shoes or whatever. So it is. So then we come in here. I can talk to you more about this. There's this gap on the front of the tub where that caulk seal, all that really needs to get scraped out when they do the enamel and then re-caulked afterwards. Still don't need to work on a baseboard. That grill vent needs to just go away. It's so gross. I think it's actually wallpapered and they painted the wallpaper. It's gross. It needs to be redone. Some things I point out in the photos are like these holes that actually used to have. Those could probably, if you find a caulk, just squirt it in the hole, let it stick out dry, and scrape it off flush with a utility knife or a razor blade. I think like a lot of this is just, it just needs to get scraped with a utility knife to get this residue from that silicone off of there. It's looking nice. Just needs to get a little finesse here with, like, this really needs to get scrubbed or scraped or something. This is the old where it used to attach to the wall. Some caulking, hole filling. Of course, all of this needs to get in the shower. It needs to get all scraped, flat, cleaned up with a flat razor blade. That drain needs to have a proper cover put on it. So blinds need to get installed there. So this, I'm not sure how he's going to end up treating that. I took some still photos of that. That just needs to be cleaned up. And, if we were going to have you put a grill of some sort, maybe an 8x16 grill to let, with the vents pointing downwards to let some of the heat into that area. That might be something to consider. I do see these cracks in here, cracks there. I wish you the best with that. Hopefully they can make that passable. I don't know if you're doing a backsplash on here. This is about a 1/2 inch gap here. A lot of times they'll do a backsplash piece that covers that gap. So what I would say is I don't hate this plug placement. Don't love it either. The problem that I'm having with this is the bottom of the bulb literally comes to I'm 5'11". The bottom of this bulb is at 5'11". Honestly, I think this whole light fixture needs to go up probably at least another foot. I would raise it up as high as you can to give you a way to put a mirror, even if the mirror started above this plug. here and went up to the top of the light fixture. It's possible you could raise this up another foot and then the mirror would actually cover this old hole. So we'd want to mud it and clean it, but it wouldn't have to be real particular because I think your mirror would cover, the top of your mirror would cover that. So I really can't measure it because quite honestly, I'd have to duck down to be able to see myself in the mirror based on how this light fixture is right now. So, but more painting in here. They've mudded in that drywall piece that needs to get sanded a little bit better and get painted out. Maybe there's something that they can do with this transition here, whether they do like a caulk or something. There's a slight bevel on the front of this, and these pieces are all sort of at different lengths. So maybe there's a way to caulk that or put more of a finite edge. That also needs to get caulked around the shower pan as well. He's already sort of caulked in the toilet, but it doesn't look like the water's coming in yet to the toilet. So, but he's getting there. It's not awful. Just needs a little more final cleanup work on that. Again, nice hardware is looking really nice on the doors, but definitely want to get those little bumpers for all of the doors as well. Light fixture looks good. The one thing I don't love is there's some paint on the top of that frame up there. I don't know if there's any way to scrape that or to try and clean up the top of that paint on the top of that window frame up there. It is what it is. This is, that vent still needs to get reinstalled there. The dummy handle needs to go on this door still. The shelves are a little bit bowy in here, but it is clean and it's done. I'm not sure if that's something you want to have those redone. I see he's got some washers and nuts here, so he's probably working on getting the right parts to do the dummy handle for there. But yeah, you see kind of how messed up that light is, and I've got some still photos of that as well. But no, it's looking real nice. Come in here. Missing the light bulbs in this light fixture. It seems kind of like they're a little bit, I don't know if those move or they don't look parallel to the ceiling. They sort of drop down on the end. And then this blind, I took some pictures of that as well. This will have to get reordered about a foot longer here. And then you see there's all of these holes that were from something. Those all need to get cleaned up and filled and repainted as well. Oh, I took some photos. This is just filled with trash. This here needs to get shop vacked out. That's, kids' room, just get loaded up there. This bathroom's kind of not ideal. Got some stuff going on in here. So it looks like they did go ahead and got that glued back up. It looks nice. I'd love to see a good scrub on that and some blue tape and try and paint out all that caulk to match the wall color. It looks okay. These handles, this looks dirty here. I don't know if this gets cleaned out and scrubbed down. He painted them. That little rollout shelf there needs to get reinstalled in here. Just this cabinet looks a little messy. But, I think with some staging in here, that'll help. There's just crap under there. I don't know what that is. Seems like, I don't know if he just reused the same hole. It seemed, I guess so. But then the other hole didn't get used, so it's just sort of spackled. This cabinet might need to get repainted. And then also where it's caulked to the wall, that wall needs to get painted as well. They did not caulk the tub. It's kind of very rough still there. That needs a good scrape and a good scrub on that. And of course that tile in the corner needs to get maybe regrouted around the outside of it and then caulked down the seam. So some areas like this are the blue. I don't know if you could come in here with a razor blade and just scrape on this and maybe do the wall paint over it with a little artist brush or something just to clean this up a little bit more precisely. This railing, this handrail, Honestly, it looks dumb to me. I think this needs to get a replacement on here. So this is maybe a 16-inch one. I think you'd be hard pressed to get one towel on there or maybe two small hand towels. So it used to come all the way over here, but that towel bar is really small. I'll leave it up to you, but at worst, if nothing else, this paint needs to get fixed up here. There's also this hole in the door that's been mudded and needs to get sanded properly and then repaint this door. This hardware needs to come off and get that door repainted. But then again, we are missing the little stopper down there. So, because if we don't have it, this is going to just end up going in there and dinging out that wall. So definitely want to get a stopper. This one actually has a little plastic plate on the wall, but certainly having a stopper would be nice too. Oh, the bulbs need to get installed in that light fixture too. So